Hi Jamie and everyone who's on my channel. Welcome back to another episode. This is maybe the third time I'm taking this video. Yes, it's probably something I'm going to always say in my intro because my little one was walking in and out. Now she wants to feed, but we got to do what we got to do. I'm hoping every time I have these videos it's better and betterer. My cousins and my friends are so amazing. Every time I record these videos and I send it to them, they're telling me things that I can do to make it better, but I don't want to get lost in the background of stuff, but rather the message I'm trying to get across to you ladies and anyone who finds my channel. Hoping you guys are obviously starting to enjoy it. But before I get carried away, let me start off with this episode. So today I'm going to be talking about my journey, my gym journey to be more specific. It's because we have to go to do groceries. So my husband's sitting inside playing a game and I just want to get the son to record this. But I know that I don't know if your husbands are the same, like he's gonna help me, but he also told me that he has to go like right away because he doesn't lose his energy. And now I'm taking this moment to record this video, but it's fine, let's just make it work. Okay, so just to quickly take it back, I've always been into hockey. I played sports all my life. The sports I played was hockey. So I would think that I was fit, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I played it up until I gave birth to my first human, and until I moved to a new city. When I moved to the new city, I never played any hockey, but I was always active, meaning I always had an app on my phone. I was always doing squats at home. I was always doing gym exercises at home. I was always fit, okay? And so that was always a part of my life, and I enjoyed it. I never took it for granted. It was that way. Then I moved to the city, and it wasn't again, I had all the contraptions, the balls and the weights and the stretchy things, but it was really when my husband in 2011 came to me. He's the gym freak. He came to me, he's like, hey, why don't you come to this class with me? It's called Heat. See how you feel and if you like it. I'm like, of course. Went to the class, loved it. And since then, I have been a gym girly. And I haven't been without this class. Even had a little goal for myself with my friends. I was saying that if we stick to the Heat gym, the class, then we're gonna reward ourselves with a watch. Obviously my husband rewarded me with this, but I stayed for like 6 months, and since then, honestly, the only time I've ever missed the gym was when I'm really sick, when the kids are sick, because then I get sick. Other times I've been so committed, and it's just now become a part of my life. Okay, so this is where it gets a little bit like real, I suppose. So I now join the gym and I'm loving it, and then a year into working out, or maybe a couple of months, I don't remember, I'm now fall pregnant, which is great because ideally I told my husband if I can work out while I'm pregnant, it's going to be great because I want to give natural birth. I gave natural birth the first time, and if I'm fit, you always read up on fit moms, it's just everything's better and easier with the bounce back, and I'm like, great, that's going to be me. But we also know as moms that your birth plan is just a suggestion. So I end up having an emergency C-section, which is fine. Everything works out well, and I get home and they give you a whole bunch of like things that you cannot do. So I cannot work out, most importantly. I think it was like 12 weeks or something, or between 8 and 12 weeks, I don't know. You can't wear tight clothing. You have to go in and go check your wound. You have to clean it, and it's this whole thing because it's an operation at the end of the day. Whether you choose to have a C-section or whether it's an emergency, the point is the recovery period is not really your choice. It's something that you're gonna have to deal with. So anyway, I'm like not recognizing my body. So when I was pregnant, I did pick up weight, obviously, but I didn't overthink it because when you're pregnant, you're gonna pick up weight. So I come home and I just can't shake this weight, even naturally. My stomach is just bloated, and my mom's like, look, when you have a C-section, your tummy is bloated, it's gonna go down. I wait a while before I buy the tights. I take a lot, I buy the tights and I wear because I don't want to hurt myself, because I'm also very paranoid. Like if a doctor says you must rest for 10 days, I rest for 20. If the doctor says clean your wound 3 times a day, I now clean 4 times a day. So I'm very like paranoid. I don't ever want to cause myself pain by just being reckless. So I buy all these things, but I'm just not recognizing my body, and I was really sad. Okay, to be real, I was sitting there and I would get dressed, I would look in the mirror, I would look at myself naked, but I didn't have time to also overthink it because I was being a mom. I still had my little one in primary school and I had my toddler, but I was sad. And then before I could work out, I had to make this decision on, you know, whether or not I'm going to accept my new body, which is okay because I was a mom, I gave birth, it's perfectly fine. My body gave life, it's fine. But it really wasn't. It really sucked. And the adjusting was me mentally telling myself that if this is a new body, I'm grateful, I can make it work, I'm going to embrace it. But I was sad because I knew I was going to go work out again. And eventually when I got to the gym, I couldn't even do a sit-up. I used to cry because my core was so weak. I was tired and I just looked at myself and I was like, I don't know who I am. And I felt so disconnected. Obviously, I then decided, okay, at least let me be fit. Let me be healthy. If I cannot look the way I looked prior to giving birth, which is fine, let me at least be healthy. So then I embraced my new body. I started buying clothes again. I accepted that I'm curvy. Obviously, my husband loved it. And then I just started working out for the sake of being healthy and fit and because I loved it. And I think I then had the conversation with myself, like looking at myself naked in the mirror. And I was like, this is fine. I'm embracing this. But it did suck. And I wanted to not overthink it because I didn't want to get into a point where I was like sad and like, oh my word, why does my body look this way? I also wanted to be realistic, you know. Now it's been over a year and 6 months and my body is snatched. Everything did work out. I think I was not offering myself enough grace and time. I knew, you all know, it takes 9 months to build a human and then afterwards you just want to bounce back within weeks. It's not reasonable. So I just changed my perspective. I was like, look, I'll embrace this body. And then I did lose the weight. I became more fit. My body did change, but for the good. Before I had my human, I was working out like 3 times a week. And now I'm only able to work out twice a week because of my job and because having 2 kids. And that works for me. Guys, obviously our journeys are different. And I work out Monday and Friday. I don't compare myself to anyone. I used to work out 3 times a week. Twice a week works for me. It works for my family. It works for me as a working mom, as a wife, and just as a human being. It serves my soul, and I have seen the result. It's not possible to work out like and not see anything, right? But the consistency is what's important. So I thought, like, how many other moms out there feel like, one, you see moms in the gym, you see them working out, you're like, oh my word, the bounce back is real. But you don't understand what they had to go through to get there. Like me personally, it was a commitment. Literally, when I was like 12 weeks, I went to the gym, obviously got my gynae to check me out. I left my baby at home for like 40 minutes and I went to go work out. You know, I'm still breastfeeding, milk full and stuff. I committed and I was consistent with it. There was times where I was exhausted and tired, but I stayed, you know. And then I go to the classes. Even now, I don't wake up on a Monday and like, yes, ready to go to the gym. It's still effort, you know. But the point is, when I don't go, I feel bad, and I'm consistent and I just show up. And I was thinking, you know, we always want to be great to begin. We always want to join a gym or buy the good sneaker or buy clothes. Guys, don't do it. You think, where do you find the time? I never would have thought I would have been a gym mom where I'm taking out 45 minutes on my day. Where did I find the time? But I have. So, you know, you can really just start with small things. Whether you just take a walk to your gate in your sneakers or running shoes. If you don't have half an hour, make 15. If you don't have 15, take 5, you know. Find the time. And once you find the 5 minutes and it works for you, you're going to increase it. And you'll have 15 minutes. If you don't have a gym that's close to home, take a walk with the kids outside or take a run and incorporate it into your day. Because what happens with things that become part of our lives or start to be incorporated, it becomes part of the daily. Gym is no longer something I do in addition to my day. It's part of my day. Being healthy is part of my day. Going and working out is part of my mental wellness. When I work out, I feel so good. Endorphins are kicking. I'm in a better mood and stuff. So it's just become a part of what I do. But for moms, like, if you working out at home, getting the app and downloading, do it. But hold yourself accountable. Make the timetable or make the time, or do it with the kids. Even there was times my kids were working out with me as well. Even though they're driving me crazy and they're bouncing next to me, I'm doing it. Commit and set a timer for like half an hour. But from my experience, you have to be consistent. You have to be committed. And there has to be a willingness of why you're doing it. With me, obviously it started off with wanting to get my body back. And then when I saw it wasn't happening and I assumed it wasn't going to happen, I then went back to the goal, and the goal was then to be healthy. And it happened naturally. There was a point where I stopped even looking, and then people started telling me, you look good. I'm like, oh my word, thank you. And they were like, oh, you're looking so good and healthy, and what are you doing? And I'm like, oh my word, I didn't even realize. I would see that my jeans maybe is not fitting me as it used to, but I didn't overthink it. And then later on, when I looked at myself, I'm like, oh my word, Tracy, you've been putting in the work and you're looking like snatched. And my husband also told me that my body's obviously looking like better, but it's always better for him. So yeah, I just thought I should share with you moms that. And yeah, I suppose just make it a part of your day, and don't compare yourself, which we all know. Don't compare yourself. Don't worry about what you're not able to do. Focus on what you can do. One day at a time, one moment at a time, one commitment at a time. And the time will come and you might end up in a gym mom and you have 45 minutes a day. You might end up in a mom who jogs, or you're running a marathon. There's so many forms of fitness. It's not just one thing, and you can do that absolutely and make it a part of your life. But just to let you know that for some of us things come naturally and we lose the weight easily and we bounce back. For some of us, like with my first pregnancy, I didn't have to work out. It just happened, and now with my second one I had to put in the work. But whatever it is, I definitely am a firm believer of, now more than ever, consistency is key. It's so cliche, but it is. And then obviously just asking yourself what the goal is. Note. I'll catch you guys on another episode. Let me go. If my husband says he doesn't want to go and do groceries.